bam, and there's another track day. It seems like this place never closes. This is pretty cool. So we're actually headed out today. We're going to be headed over to the Fun to Drive event that we booked. I gotta get this S2000 just ripping on it. Where'd the S2000 go? Oh, here it is. Here it comes. Out of here, and we're gonna do this Fun to Drive event. So what it is essentially going to be driving an NSX, which is what I booked, to drive around the Touge roads, whatever their track is that they chose, and then you also, if you pay a little bit extra more money, you get to drive on Fuji Speedway as well. I opted for that option because why not? So we're gonna probably do a lap or something on Fuji Speedway. I don't know how many it's gonna be. The one shitty thing about it is that they really are against recording when you're in your car. We can record video like outside the car and what they look like at the parking lot and maybe like any scenic routes that we stop at, but they will not let you record while in the car. They're very, very adamant about this, so which is fine. I mean, I understand they probably don't want people recording like speedometers and, you know, accidents if they happen and being liable for all that type of shit. So totally understand, but I'm gonna get as much footage as I can and ready to get this day started. Then we're gonna go down to the Hakone region. We're gonna go further south to Hakone, Gora, and stay there in a ryokan. So that should be pretty freaking cool too. But my God, I don't want to leave this place. So beautiful to wake up to this. One thing I wanted to record really quick before I left was my treasures that I found at the Amore factory. So I'm going to lay them out here really quick. Here's my Nismo bag. And what I got was, this is a mug, which I thought was pretty cool. I wasn't even planning on getting a mug or anything, but I just saw it there and I was like, hey, I like that. It's a stainless steel Nismo mug, essentially. Pretty cool, pretty high quality. Like 30 bucks, it wasn't really bad at all. Expensive for a coffee mug, but you know, when in Rome. I also got a little Nismo keychain for my S15, which is carbon fiber, which you can see, a little slice of carbon fiber, pretty cool. And then these, which is the shaded corner lamps for the S15. I wasn't really planning to get this, but I was looking around at what they had in stock, and they didn't have the clear ones, but they had these, and they're not that common to find from what I was looking, so I figured I'd just pick them up while I was there. Maybe I'll throw them on my car. I think they might look pretty cool at some point. And the last thing that I got was the Nismo differential bushings. So this is actually for not only the S15, but R32 and R33 GTR, maybe R34, but it's a Nismo bushing kit for the differential. I was kind of going back and forth about getting motor mounts and stuff, but honestly, the motor mounts you can get on like Nengen or other websites, Right Hand Drive Japan. I mean, sure, you got to pay a little bit for shipping, but the price is like the same as the Amore factory, maybe a couple bucks more for the part. They're not making much money selling those parts at those stores. I know auto parts have a very thin margin. I think I'll probably just go that route when I get those motor mounts, but cool that I could get these differential bushings. They should be easy enough to like take out of the box and put in my bag. Maybe I'll just like flatten the box if I want to keep it. That's kind of why I went that route, but happy with my findings. Excited to go drive an NSX for a day. More to come. We are driving the Touge roads just to get to this place.
Since we can film here, we will.
They're super fun. They're also very narrow.
Yeah.
So it's a little nerve-wracking for Sarah. I'm good.
Well, good. That's what matters, is that you're comfortable. I guess it doesn't matter that I'm clenching my butt cheeks for 5 hours, so.
Butt clench. Look at those, see, look at those gutters. They're so deep. They must have like dug them out for water.
Don't test it.
Test it? Why would they test it?
I'm just saying. Okay. This is a very wiggly, windy road here.
Okay.
So. Can you imagine this in the winter?
No.
I can't.
So I watched another YouTube video about this, and the person said there is a parking lot right behind Fun to Drive. So hopefully we can find that and maybe record it so people will know for the future if they watch my video. Right down here.
The destination is on your right. The Fun to Drive Owners Club. Arrived.
Right here, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
1,000.
Wait, is this in?
So I guess that's it. Let's get in there. Carbon brakes?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the trouble move.
Oh, cool.
Very low to the ground.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think, honey?
This is quite the experience so far. Just got to check into my car, checked it out. He was going around it, just showing me how to use it, etc., etc. But there's all these cars here that people are renting, and it's beautiful here. We're out in the mountains. Should be quite fun. This car is very wide, which is a little harrowing. I've always wanted to drive one, so I'm excited to finally have that opportunity. Gotta love an NSX. I completely forgot it was like half hybrid and it was like shutting off automatically. If you put it in like sport mode, which is similar to my RDX, it just like shuts off. But if you use it in Sport Plus, it stays on the whole time. See what I end up doing, but yeah. What do you think, hon? Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
I'll just open it up quick and... I feel like that door handle's so fragile. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's an NSX. What can you say? I'm excited. Yeah, I don't see the R34. Maybe it's being serviced.
It wasn't on the list.
Yeah. Oh my. This thing is so blue. It's awesome. I gotta stop obsessing over blue cars. I can't help it.
You like what you like. I mean,
This thing is gorgeous too. Wow. That'd be fun to drive. 8.6. Literally painted it like the initial D car. The only thing it's missing is all the Fujiwara tofu like stuff on the side. Yep. This is a newer Supra. This isn't bigger, this is smaller. Oh no. This thing, look at how many rock chips are in this. Oh my god. I would have loved to book this one.
You want to talk about the deposit?
The deposit? Oh yeah. Yeah, so when we sign the paperwork, they do take a security deposit. It's quite large. It was like $4,000 or something.
It might have been a car that you drive.
Maybe, yeah. It depends on like what you, well, just, yeah, maybe it's depending upon the car, but they obviously give it back if nothing's damaged, if you don't crash the fucking thing, but a little alarming. Don't be alarmed. As long as you drive safe, you can get it back. I am literally behind the pace car.
Do you not like that?
I don't know how it's gonna be. It'll be fine. Everything's fine.
No, is it? Is that the pace car?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the pace car.
Inside our future car.
I wouldn't mind getting one of these.
Have anything to say?
I mean, I'm excited and I'm terrified. Have all the mixed bag of emotions that I had when we were flying here in the first place.
I mean, at least you've driven on the roads.
I have driven
a
already.
lot of those these people came here by the bus.
Yeah,
so,
right.
And it's not raining today, thankfully.
Oh my God.
All the accidents that they showed were like in the rain.
They were all, the majority of them were in the rain.
So we've been, hopefully.
Well, this thing has all-wheel drive and
So,
traction control and all sorts of shit.
Yeah. He was warning, like, what car was it that he was warning people that it was?
The Porsche 964,
Oh,
which those are really expensive.
yeah.
That's what he was saying, and the 86, A86.
So we're not going to film driving because we're going to obey the rules, but we will be able to film on the Fuji Speedway, which is
We
cool.
will. Yeah, that's awesome.
So we'll definitely show you guys that. Okay. Can we get out? We are entering Fuji Speedway. How are you feeling?
Feeling good.
You can record now.
We can record.
Heck,
I know this is straight in this first turn, and then it goes zoop, zoop, and then it comes around, and yeah.
That's where we were staying.
Ready.
Oh, okay.
Windows are closed.
Mhm.
Wow, look at these cars in here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Cool. I have the AC off, by the way.
I know.
For the horsepower.
Oh, okay. Will that matter?
In this car, probably not. It's like, we'll turn it back on.
It's fine, hun.
It's starting to get a little warm in here.
I was wondering why I'm like,
I don't want to drive too close to him.
It's 5 lengths, so.
Yeah. This thing handles just unbelievably well. It's just like super tight, all-wheel drive. Wow, the elevation change is cool there.
Okay.
Oh my god. Holy shit, this thing has a lot of power. That was amazing. You know, honestly, it's nicer to have this with the paddle shifters.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's not as, I'm not like thinking about shifting with,
Manual.
yeah. Oh god, dude. Here comes Panasonic corner, followed by the straight.
Okay.
Wow. That is full throttle. Jesus Christ. I can just do like 20 more laps of this. I mean, I can just. This is incredible. I'm trying not to get on the throttle too hard because this thing is. I mean, I'm sure it'll take it, but my god. Last thing I want to do is like spin this thing out or something.
Yeah, no. I mean, they're not giving you a lot of room to do that either. This guy
Yeah.
up front is pretty slow, so.
Oh wow.
Slow down.
Oh, looks like we're done.
Oh. Was it fun, honey?
Yeah, I mean, I got to get on it full throttle a couple times, so. Pop the hood.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
RB 25?
That's why you're having so much fun.
Yeah. This thing. I wasn't really like expecting so much in the car until you like started up here. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. We got some sounds.
Yeah! A little late for that, huh? All that volcanic activity going on over there.
Yeah, you can take this over where you can go up there.
Huh.
That's where the black eggs are.
Oh, yeah. That's right, I remember that. Oh my god, what a day. My camera's about to die. I got soap in my eye this morning and my eye is burning right now. Still from this morning. We finally made it to a ryokan after the Fun to Drive event, which was back up the Touge roads. So we had to go back up with our SUV. Good thing I've had enough practice today that I made it back up just fine. But yeah, this is like straight up in the mountains. And it's a beautiful resort. And we have a private onsen and this room. We just had our kaiseki dinner. It was like within 30 minutes of us getting into the room. It was like all of a sudden they're knocking on the door like, hey, time to eat. Everything is served in the room here. We had to put on our traditional dress, which I can't remember the name of. What is it? Yakata?
Something like
Yakata? Okay. We're gonna go with that. But overall the event today was a mind blower. I mean, it was like 80% driving like a grandpa and then 20% spirited.
Well, I
would
think
say.
they said like if there's not traffic, they'll do it.
Yeah,
It was
so
busy today.
It was busy today. It was really nice out. The weather was perfect, so there's a lot of traffic around the lake and all the Touge roads. But we had some times when we were really getting on, and it was incredibly fun.
A lot of these people have never driven
Yeah,
on the road.
right. No, it's true. I mean, a lot of people that have rented the cars have never driven on the roads before, and everyone signed up for the Fuji Speedway thing, so that was cool. We had all 12 or 15 cars or whatever on there. But yeah, it was really fun event, and the NSX was just a rocket ship. It was like anytime you mashed on the throttle, it was just like it's taking off into space. 600 horsepower all-wheel drive is insane. I can't even imagine that daily driven, but it was super fun. A really nice car, and it handled so well. It just took turns. Like anything I threw at it, just any turn, any speed, it was just like, yeah, we'll just go that way. Fine. It was so good. I'm exhausted. It was very stimulating, and I've been up since, I don't know, 3 or 4 or something, because I've been like sleeping.
We have not adjusted.
I've not adjusted. I've been going to bed really early and waking up super early. Yeah, so it's like 7 o'clock now, and I'm just smoked. Yeah, but tomorrow we have this is why we booked the ryokan. We can relax here. We have private onsen to show you. I feel like Tom Cruise right now from Last Samurai. Oh, and here's our private onsen. I'd love to jump in there right now, but I just want to like lay down for like 10 minutes. My God, I've been stuck in a car all day. And you can see mountains out there, but you can't see it right now because it's dark. But this is a really nice room. Got a lot of like up lighting and
Show the 3 different slippers.
yeah, we have so many different slippers. We have the slippers to go out into the hotel.
Oh, that's 4 sets of slippers.
We have the slippers, the house slippers. There's a pair of slippers for the toilet, and then there's outdoor slippers.
Show them your toe socks too.
Yeah, there's outdoor slippers. I got the toe socks on right now. Part of the experience, yeah. No, it was good. It's supposed to be relaxing. It's supposed to be like a spa, right? We're gonna rejuvenate in the middle of our trip here.
We went from extremely stressful
Yeah.
to spa.
Extremely stimulating, expressive to
Maybe don't do that if you're gonna do this
spa-like.
trip. Give it
I
a-
argue it's perfect, you know? Anyways, I'm gonna end this video. Talk to y'all later.